Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review, my last review, okay, of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because this is the finale, and I'm like, this series really needs to end. There was no point. This whole season was such a waste. But let's get into y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, make sure to do what? Subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, okay? I want you to also, like the video, okay? Because I'm here entertaining you. Hit that little like button. You can also comment in the comment section. You can hit the little share button, share on your social media. Relax, relate, release. Bam, bam, bam. Inhale, exhale. Bam, bam, bam. I'm just not into this. I'm not into this show no more, okay? But follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner on Twitter, me on IG, and JayLee's Corner on Twitter. This week, the ladies first panel, the ladies first panel will be on my channel this Thursday, 9:15 ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See us there. Okay, we always have a good time. Me and Bonnie and Niecy and Jamie and everything. So be sure to be there or just be there. Okay, just be there. Um, I mean, let me pop on screen and stuff. Okay, I'm just like this whole episode made me not want to do a review. I want to go to bed. I want to go to sleep because I was like, this is boring. But let's just get into what happened this episode again. The season 10 finale of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Let's get into. Girl, I done put up the wrong little thing for Spice. So I'm going to skip Spice and I'm going to go to Sierra, okay, while I'm pulling up the right graphic for the Spice conversation. So we did not see much of Sierra at all, honestly. She was at the party for Spice and she was at the party for um Rasheeda's store is where she was. But I feel like they introduced her to this dude she was dating, and then all she said was, "We still together, we still happy, we still love each other, we are up here talking or whatever, we are getting a new house together." I was like, is that it? He's extremely successful. We want her to have a successful man, but I feel like her whole point this season was really nothing. Okay, and then this man right here, and you're talking about how y'all building this house and having unprotected sex. Okay, because that's what's going on around here and whatnot. But I was like, you do know, like, you should get to know him more before you birth a baby by him. Okay, just do that, please, and thank you. I also feel like we don't need Sierra back next season. Okay, let her go on by her happiness, go on with her new man, birth her new baby or whatever. But we don't need Sierra back next season because she didn't give us enough to be back next season. We don't need no next season either. Okay, let's get into the whole Spice of it all. Okay, Spice had a album release party. It took her 10 years to release her first album. So the name of her album is called 10, okay? And since her and Justin have been beefing or whatever since she was on Wendy Williams saying I'm single, okay? But she was actually mingling with him. So she invites him to her album release party and they have a little chit chat. Now she says to us how she know for a fact had he been on, a talk show and said that he was single when he was really mingling with her, she would have been pissed off. So she does apologize for doing that because I'm saying? I don't want to hurt your feelings. And if you feel some kind of way, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Now they both said how they want to be there for each other, okay, and how they love each other, and they still dating. Okay, we see her and him work at the end on a little video, whatever. He holding the camera, she behind she's I guess she's a star of it. Okay. Um, I don't mind if Spice comes back next season, but give Spice stuff to do. Or Spice come up with things to do. I feel like we really did not see Spice. Like she was sprinkled This whole season was mainly about Mendici and Yandy moving to Atlanta. That was the basic of this. It was a lot of them. It was sprinkles of Erica and Safari. It was sprinkles of Bambi and Scrap. Okay, it was sprinkles of Rasheeda and Kirk. It was sprinkles of Jock and his son or whatever. But this season was really more about fucking Yandy and fucking Mendici. No, let Spice and her man come back next season and give us something, okay? But I'm gonna leave that be too. Now let's get to Scrappy and Bambi. This was the funniest shit I have ever seen. Now at one point, all the men had met up. Okay, and when that happened, Scrap brought up how for him, he don't want to be getting divorced. How Safari is, he don't want to be out here living that life. Okay, he wants to make things work between him and the Bam. Okay, so he has to do things to be sure they can get things figured out as far as who told who about Bambi wanting to divorce me and get my money. I need to get to the bottom of things. So people they want a show, I'm gonna give people a show. This fool reenacted the episode of Martin when he reenacted the scene from New Jack City. Okay, when Nino Brown said, "Sit your father ass down before I make change." Okay, to Christopher Williams. Okay, I was like, girl, look, when this is the weird thing. When they're like, why are we here? Why is it a pet dog here? And it was a toy dog, stuffed dog. And I'm like, y'all don't. Now, first of all, the fact that he did not get a black dog, I'm like, Scrap, you messed up right there. Okay, you should have had a whole black dog. Okay, but a brown dog nonetheless. But the minute I seen them in all black and a stuffed puppy, I said, "Oh, this fool gonna reenact Martin." I said, "If he make that dog bark, I am going to die laughing." Okay, but his thing, Martin trying to figure out, who took a CD player on New Jack City. They're trying to figure out, how did the car to get rated or whatever. Okay, sit. Let me stop. But he wants to figure out who started the rumor Bambi wanted a divorce and wanted to get all his money, but he don't really have much money. Now Mama D said it was Sierra. Sierra told me in Dubai, which is why Yandy and Medici there. But again, everything got look. I am really still pissed off how much they added Yandy and Medici to this cast. It pissed me off. Yandy and Medici should have really been a back burner ass side note this season, and maybe next season have more of them. It was too much Yandy and Mendice. I can't say that enough. Okay. Anyway, but Mama D said it was Sierra who told her that. That ain't what I said. That is, I did not mention anything about no money. All I said was that Bambi was thinking about and talking about and contemplating possibly divorce or whatever. But I never mentioned anything about money. Scrap said, "Mama, is it possible you was a bit tipsy? You had a couple of drinks?" Well, yes, I can admit that. Yes. Okay, but Mama, is it possible? Okay, that you maybe misheard some things. Well, maybe so. So I guess so. So again, it comes to the conclusion that because Mama D was a bit tipsy, she read more into what Sierra said out her own mouth. And I was like, well, I guess that's what it is. But again, why the fuck is Yandy and Mendici there? That made me mad. So from there, everybody else leaves and Scrappy and Bam thing talk. And look, they both just said how they want to work out their marriage. She brings up how she has noticed a positive change in him recently, and he said, "Well, yeah, because I realized, I really want to, be anything, but I want to focus on our marriage and get better, better, better. I want to be a good husband." Okay, so she said, "Okay, that's good, but we need to focus on getting some counseling, okay, to make this thing work." And she also liked that he's trying to, talk through and talk about his mental health to be better. So again, as they both is up there smiling at each other, laughing and giggling, it's good to see that happen, okay. And I always say, like, I don't be caring when couples fuss and fight because they're not gonna leave each other. So I can't pick no side when y'all gonna pick each other. So I can't say was Scrap my wrong or Barry my wrong because again, they don't stay together. As we see they did, but at least he admitted that he know he need to do better as a man and as a husband and as a father. Okay. And she wants her husband to do better because she wants her husband. Okay. She wants her man. Okay. Anyway, good. But they welcome their third baby. Okay, so congrats to Scrap and Bam. Okay, let's get on to Eric and Safari. So, he hasn't been to the house in a while. Okay? They both mentioned that. Let's make that clear, okay? And she is clearly pissed off at him. And I feel like she probably always is because he always doing some fucked up shit. But this is my thing with Eric and Safari. It's weird because for me it's a cycle. Safari doesn't want to be with somebody who he has to fight all the time or fight with all the time. Erica just wants someone to fight for her. That's why they done a match. Okay? Had Erica needs someone who likes to fight. Safari needs someone who understands he don't want to fight. And that's where the disconnect comes with them two. Because again, not Scrap, Safari is a fucked up husband. He is. It's clear as day. And she's pissed because he won't fight for their marriage because he's over it. He's completely over them. Okay. Now, the reasoning for him being over them, I'm not even upset because as he keeps telling us, Erica wants to fuss and fight with me all the time. I don't want my kids growing up in a household where their parents are always fussing and fighting. For that reason, we ain't gonna make it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you because us as a couple, we're not going to make it. But I do want to be good co-parents. That's what his mouth is saying. I don't know what his actions are saying in real life. But again, Erica's pissed because again, she wants him to fight for her as his wife. And he don't want that, okay? So for her, she's now a single mom. She brings up how he lived 20 minutes away. So you not even an all day, everyday parent like me. I'm an all day, everyday parent here in this house with your daughter, and I'm pregnant with your son. Okay, so our children are being raised by me. Okay, I filed for divorce because I felt like I knew you would never put us first. You'd be on bullshit because you always about yourself. And Safari is about self. He like I have to be sure to take care of me. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not good because we also need Erica to take care of herself to be able to take care of the kids. The issue I have with Safari is you can't keep worrying about only you as if she's not at home with your kids. So that's the hard part for me. Okay. Now she tells him that since she's filed for divorce, okay, he's free to go do him, to be an old bachelor, to live that life, be out in them streets or whatever, do whatever it is you want to do, or our kids are living in a broken home. He's like, the home isn't like they don't live in a broken home. Yes, no, because I'm here, you're there, okay, and they're present together. It's a broken home, and I'm like, girl, she's mad. Okay, she's mad, and again, she has every right to be. But for me, I do get the reason he's doing it, even though he's going about it in a really, really, really fucked up way. I do wish more parents, either the father or the mother, would think, you know what, our kids do not need to be in a household where we're consistently fighting. I wish more people would do that because kids would not either get used to the fighting shit and think it's normal. How Erica is, Erica thinks fighting is normal, and Safari thinks running is normal. So again, they won't work. It's not gonna work. And that doesn't make her a bad person. It makes him one because he's running, but he's also making sense because like I don't want to be fighting my damn wife. I don't want my kids seeing that shit. People don't get how scarred kids are by seeing their parents constantly fight. Now, because Safari try to work things out with her, he absolutely could. He absolutely could say, look, if you stop fussing fighting with me, I may not leave. However, nigga, if you would stop cheating on her and pissing her off, she might not fuss so damn much. But again, that's neither here nor there. Now, her thing is, I'm saying I have to be at home now, suffering alone with two kids under two, and your ass ain't here. Okay? And it pisses me off. And again, she has every reason to be pissed off. However, that's why you should not have kids too early. Not saying our kids are not blessings. However, Safari was not ready for kids. They weren't ready for kids together. As we see, as soon as she got pregnant and was having kids, that's when the trouble started, and he kept walking further and further away, faster and faster. But I'm gonna leave that be too. So, for him, he's saying to her, look, I just want us to be amazing parents to our children. And I can respect that if he gonna do that in real life. Okay? Because again, I don't know what really happened with them in real life because I don't live with them. Okay? But he's saying, look, our kids are not from a broken home. I want us to be good co-parents or whatever I'm saying. And I know I caused her some pain. I know I have done that. I accept that. Okay? But the last time we were together, we had a huge, huge fight. Things was escalating or whatever. She was throwing shit. It was bad, bad, bad. I had to call the police or whatever. Again, I don't want my kids raised in that kind of environment. And I'm gonna say this in defense of him. I respect that. Again, it doesn't make it right him out here cheating, him out here, not supporting her as his kid's mom. However, I can respect someone saying, we fussing and fighting in this house. That ain't good. I don't want my child seeing that. It's better if I leave. Because if not, shit will get worse. I can respect when someone walks away when shit getting bad versus someone who stay and we then say later on, why was he fighting with her? Why didn't someone just leave? Why didn't someone walk away? Sometimes you have to walk away from situations. But again, I'm gonna do what? Let that be. So um she like, things won't last because you won't put in no effort. And she's crying. She's sitting there crying. But I think it's because she realized he won't fight for this marriage. He won't fight for me. And I want him to fight for me. And he just won't. Because he's really over it or whatever. Okay. And I'm like, that's fucked up. But I do respect the reason. I can respect someone for saying, I don't want to fight with you no more. I want my kids see me fight with you. It's toxic. I don't want to do that or whatever. Um, they had their son. Okay, we seen little clips of he was there too. Eric was taking a video of him in the hospital. So again, they're on some kind of co-parenting level, but I also feel like they play up shit for social media and for the show. I do think sometimes the fighting goes too far for attention because they also get along sometimes for the kids. So again, it's a work in progress. We'll see. Lastly, Kirk and Rasheeda. So they're opening up the new press store there in Atlanta, whatever. They have a huge, big grand opening. Everybody there, everybody there, everybody there. Okay, everybody around there buying stuff, celebration, celebration. Okay, at the end of the event, the kids start fighting. What kids? Who kids fighting? Kirk and Rasheeda kids is up in the new store at the end of the party fighting and fussing with each other. Mainly because it's a whole mess. It's a whole ass mess. And the fact that in the season finale, Kirk and Rasheeda's big thing is they kids fighting. Okay. Anyway, the youngest son, Kai, that's Kirk and Rasheeda's son. Um, he's like the most mad if you ask me because his sister Kelsey is fussing with his girlfriend. Now the girlfriend was the one saying, "What up, ho?" or something like that. She called somebody a name and gave them the finger. Kai girlfriend is on bullshit. Okay, and Kelsey think like Kelsey who's the sister, it's like you should check your bitch. Okay, because she shouldn't be here thinking she can do and say whatever. Check your bitch. So he's mad at her for telling him to check his bitch. Okay, when he feel like you say bullshit too, and I'm gonna check you. Okay, it was a whole mess and whatnot. But my thing was when Kai's girlfriend said to Kai's sister Kelsey, I can say what I want to say to him because he my man, bitch. I was like, oh, you want your ass beat? Okay, fine. Because you're not his wife. Okay, and I feel like Kai girlfriend on that rah rah bullshit and she's rowdy. Okay, and I feel like Kelsey like, bitch, I beat your ass, and that's what it is. So security takes Kai girlfriend outside because she was wilding. I mean, they had to drag her out the store, close the door. She's been banging on the door. Let my nigga in, or let my nigga out, or I don't know. She was asking them to bring Kai to her, and we even see them like wrestling her down to the ground. I think, bitch, what are you fighting now for? Like, what's going on? For why? Poor Kay. Um, every month my phone tell me I used up all my data. I don't be on my phone that much. I mean, I do, but then y'all. Anyway, so again, the siblings are fighting. That's Kai in the little purple hat or whatever, who was the youngest son. You see Kirk Jr., in the little bucket hat, and then Kelsey, the sister, is sitting down with the white hat on. But they all fussing, 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 okay? And then Kai Jr., no, girl, Kirk Jr. is telling Kai, you should not be fussing and yelling at your sister. Okay, about your girlfriend. That should not happen or whatever. And Kai, like, but y'all have talking shit about us and I love y'all still, and I'm yelling because I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? And she don't be listening or whatever. Sometimes she should just listen and not talk. I'm like, Lord Jesus, it was a whole fucking mess. Okay, and the thing is about it is Kirk and Rasheeda looking like I cannot believe they brought the Frost Bistro shit to the clothing store opening. Like who does that? It seemed like Kai girlfriend. That's what seemed like it was, because that's her right there, and the little white over here been held back by security so that she don't fight Kelsey. Anyway, it was a mess, mess, mess. Now again, when all the men meet up, Kirk brings up, because all the men in one way or the other was going through shit. Fire bring up the bullshit with him and Erica. You know, saying Scrap brought up the thing between him and Bambi. BK was up in the back, brings up how 3 years ago he, thought about committing suicide. So again, conversations by all the men about this things going on, how they want to have a place to come and open up to each other and be supported. Because from Scrappy putting that post on social media. So when Kirk come in, Kirk like just broke down crying. And they was looking like this nigga don't never show no feelings. I ain't never seen Kirk cry. I have never seen Kirk show any emotion to this point of positivity, girl. I'm sorry. Anyway, but again, Kirk was like he was sad. He like, look, I just feel like my kids don't care. I just want to sometimes escape and go away because my kids don't get how good they have it, how spoiled they are. Like I had to sit in the welfare line to get bologna and cheese as a kid. They've never had to do that. They've never had to sell drugs to like be on welfare. Like the things I had to go through as a kid, I made sure they never had to do that. I'm also out here, creating businesses for them to work so they can, be an entrepreneur, and they still don't get the shit. And it's pissing me off. It was a huge, huge, huge fight. Okay. And and as he said in his confessional, he said out the blue, it all just came up. And he was talking, and as he was talking, he started crying. I'm like, Kurt. It was so sad. But I think that's the thing. Like, we don't never really like Kurt because Kurt be on some bullshit. So I think we have to remember that was the point of Scrappy's post of saying men be going through shit and no one either knows it or no one expects for them to express it. And it's like Kirk probably had been holding all that shit in and it just came out. Okay. And I was like, wow. Oh, poor Kurt, because it is a fucked up thing to feel like your kids don't care that they fucking up your business. And they're consistently fighting when all you're trying to do is help them and they're just being ungrateful kids. And his kids are adults. That's the fucked up part. Them was grown adults. Okay, on some bull of the shit. But I love how all the men supported him and didn't like laugh, didn't tease him. They supported him and let him voice his frustrations and get it all out without him feeling like he was a fool. It was great. I love to see even seeing this each person speak on how they are just going through things and whatnot. Okay, boom, pow, pow. So lastly, Kirk and Rasheeda meet up with the kids to figure out, okay, what we gonna do, because Kirk up and crying. So what are we gonna do about this bullshit? And so they talk to each kid one by one. Kelsey, Kirk Jr. and Kai, who in one way or the other blame one of the other siblings or one of the other siblings' girlfriend. You got Kai want to blame his sister and Kirk Jr. girl. You got Kirk Jr. who wants to blame, you know what I'm saying, Kai girlfriend. It was a mess. Okay, still. They none of them brings accountability for the role they played in it, but again, it was what it was. And so Kirk and Rasheeda said, what, look, it's been a lot of bullshit or whatever. So we've decided to let go of the girlfriends. So the girlfriends will no longer be working with us at the restaurant or whatever. But we've also decided to let y'all go to. They are firing the girlfriends and their children from the bistro because again, it's some bullshit. They want to not have all that involved or whatever. And each kid do say, it's fine or whatever. I love you no less, and it may be for the betterment of the company. And I'm like to do when you have to keep having conversations about bullshit, and then when one sibling's girlfriend is stealing food, the other sibling girlfriend is fighting the sister, fire them all. That's bad customer service. Because why are you fussing with your goddamn brother girlfriend? Bitch, where's my sandwich? Okay, where's my Long Island iced tea? Okay, where's my mojito, bitch? Where's my shit? Y'all stop fighting and bring my shit. But I'm let that be. And that was really the whole episode. You know who the biggest loser was this season? Fucking Rennie Rucci, Young Baby Tate, and Amaretta the Great, because we did not get much of them at all. Okay, they each had maybe 3 scenes this season, but none of it was memorable enough, really. And even though Amaretta brought up how it was good to be able to get better with her mom, Young Baby Tate say she got a little record deal or whatever, and then Rennie Root say she got I guess a tour coming up. I'm not sure, but I feel like they didn't utilize any of these people who supposedly live in Atlanta. What? This whole season was garnered around fucking Yandy and Mendices. We don't want that no more. Okay. Anyway, that's it, y'all. I am done, done, done. I hope y'all enjoyed. Do not forget to like the video, comment in the comment section, and to share this video. Okay, I gotta go. I will see you when I see you. Gotta go. Peace.